My name is Danny Turner, and on behalf of Running Rabbit, I would like to welcome you to our fourth video marble auction. We have assembled a group of very interesting marbles for this auction, and we hope that everyone will find a few marbles to add to their collection. If you have any questions about the rules or procedures, please take a look at the enclosed instruction sheet. Or you can give us a call at Running Rabbit between the hours of 6 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, on the closing day of the auction, February the 27th, our phone lines will remain open beyond 10 p.m. until 10 minutes pass without receiving a phone call. Now let's start to look at the marbles in detail, and we'll begin with a super group of peewees. Lot number 1 is a peewee onion skin. Beautiful bright colors on this marble. Completely original surface glass, excellent clarity, a beautiful example of a small peewee onion. Lot number 2 is a peewee Lutz, coreless, baby blue lines. This marble has been buffed, but it does retain its original panel surfaces. Beautiful clarity. Nice workmanship. Lot number 3 is a tiny peewee Indian, 7/16 of an inch in diameter. Beautiful, wet surface. Great condition, and a tiny little Indian. Lot number 4 is a bright blue onion skin peewee, clear surface, completely original surface glass, good pontils. That's lot number 4. Lot number 5 is another small peewee onion skin, turquoise, white, and blue, completely original surface. Great condition, very bright colors. Lot number 6 is a very interesting peewee swirl in deep purple glass. The marble does have some slight wear to the surface, but it's still in nice condition. Lot number 6 with a backlight. Lot number 7 is a peewee opaque white glass. This marble does have a dimple as made that runs around the middle, as you can see. It's lot number 7, peewee opaque. Lot number 8 is a peewee clear mica, completely original surface. Excellent pontils, clear wet surface. That's lot number 8. Lot number 9 is a peewee swirl in vibrant cobalt blue glass. It has yellow and white stripes, completely original surface, nice pontils. Very interesting and rare peewee swirl. Number 10 is a peewee Lutz with baby blue lines, original surface glass. This marble has nice wide Lutz bands. Excellent workmanship. Lot number 11 is a peewee Indian with blue and white stripes, original surface, few minor flecks. Lot number 11. Lot number 12 is a bright peewee onion skin, blue and white, original surface, wet mint surface. Lot 13 is a peewee swirl. This one appears to be a solid core that has opened up on one side. Lot number 14 is a mica peewee in light blue glass. It has a good amount of mica, evenly dispersed. Lot number 15 is a green mist peewee, very rare peewee marble. The green color comes from small green lines within a clear matrix. Very unusual marble. Lot number 16 is a blue mist peewee. Crystal clear surface. The blue example may be more rare than the green. Very rare and interesting peewee. Lot number 17 is a fantastic example of a small onion skin, 11/16 of an inch in diameter, with a very definite left twist at one pontil. Crystal wet mint surface, ground pontil, excellent detail in the coloring. A super example of a small onion skin. Lot number 18, another interesting onion skin with pastel coloring, completely original surface. Lot number 19 is a small onion skin, a little bit over 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Nice wet surface with an unusual amount of large amount of white glass on one side. Does have a few small bruises near one pontil on one side. An unusual onion skin. Lot number 20 is an onion skin with mica, 13/16 of an inch. This marble has been buffed, but it retains its original pontil surfaces. It has a good amount of mica throughout the marble. It's lot number 20. Lot number 21 is a super bright 9/16 inch onion skin. Has one small piece of debris. Great clarity on this marble. That's lot number 21. Lot 22 is a super onion skin. Fantastic coloring on this marble. Beautiful wet mint surface. Ground pontil. Vibrant and detailed coloring. A super example. Lot 23, a 13/16 inch onion skin with a thick casing of glass. Ground pontil. Beautiful wet mint surface. Lot number 24 is a 5/8 inch onion skin with a few spots of mica. It has an unusual window in the coloring where you can see into the marble. Has some black specks of debris as made on the surface. Very interesting marble. Has a ground panel. It's lot number 24. Lot number 25 is another small onion skin, pink and white. Beautiful coloring. Has an unusual double hole at one panel, as made. Has a ground panel. It's lot number 25. Lot number 26 is a 9/16 inch onion skin in super wet mint condition. Yellow base with green and orange bands. A beautiful example. Lot number 27 is a 5/8 inch onion skin with mica. This marble has been buffed, but retains its original panel surfaces. Excellent clarity. A decent amount of mica dispersed throughout. Lot number 28 is a 13/16 inch opaque. A very unusual green, bluish green color glass. Excellent wet surface. Nice pontils. Lot 29 is a very rare pastel green opaque. It has a matte finish. Nice pontils. Has one dimple running near one panel, you can see there. Very rare color of opaque. Lot number 30 is an extremely rare color opaque. It's a bright yellow. This marble does have some major damage. A lot of it looks as made. The marble is not round. It has some dimples. It does have a panel mark, as you can see. An extremely rare color opaque. Lot number 31 is a beautiful cobalt blue opaque. Good pontils. Nice intense blue opaque. Lot number 32 is an unusual pastel blue opaque. This marble does have some minor wear to the surface, but no major chips. An unusual color. Lot number 33 is a very unusual marble. It's a two-panel translucent that looks like a machine-made Mooney. Has that opalescent character to the glass. Very unusual marble. That's lot number 33. Lot number 34 is a very rare pink opaque. It has some as-made dimples. Very rare color. Lot number 35 is a green opaque. Does have some minor surface wear and some staining at one panel. It's lot number 35. Lot number 36 is an interesting butterscotch colored opaque. It does have a minor white discoloration as made near one panel. Excellent condition. Minor surface wear. That's lot number 36. Lot number 37 is another opaque butterscotch color. It has some as-made dimples near one panel. Lot number 38 is a green on white opaque. It's a very hard to find color combination. Very rare type of banded opaque. Has minor surface wear. Still in very good condition. A very rare type of banded opaque. It's lot number 38. Lot number 39 is a rare and unusual marble. There are white and yellow bands under the surface and a deep purple matrix. This marble has been buffed. A very unusual and rare type of marble. 39 backlit. Lot number 40 is a 5/8 inch banded transparent in light blue glass with white and red bands. Beautiful wet surface. Lot number 41 is a banded transparent in green glass with yellow, orange, and white lines. Has an interior bubble, as you can see. Lot 42 is a banded transparent in deep cobalt blue glass. The white line, as you can see, is surfaced through an air bubble at that one point. 42 backlit. Lot 43 is a banded transparent in light bluish green glass with red, yellow, and white banding and an interior bubble. 43 backlit. Lot number 44 is a 5/8 inch green glass swirl with white interior banding. Excellent condition. A beautiful and rare marble. Lot number 45 is a banded transparent swirl in green glass with exterior bands of yellow and white. A good large amount of banding on this marble. 45 backlit. Lot number 46 is a banded transparent with yellow and white banding. Wet surface. Dimples at one pontil. Lot number 47 is an interesting and rare marble, a green mist with mica. There's a clear matrix with green lines and the mica dispersed throughout the marble. Very rare marble. It's lot number 47. Lot number 48 is an unusual banded transparent in green glass with blue, yellow, white, and purple exterior lines, 9/16 of an inch. It's lot number 48. Lot number 49 is a banded transparent in Coke bottle green glass with white exterior lines. Lot number 50 is a 5/8 inch green glass swirl, a beautiful example of a rare marble. Wet surface, white interior banding. It's lot number 50. Lot number 51 is a banded transparent in blue glass with white exterior lines. Good panels. 51 backlit. Lot number 52 is a 7/8 inch swirl, banded transparent. We are not sure if this marble is old or new. Some people have said it's an old marble, and some said it's new, and some say it's in between. So we're not real sure. It does have a panel, and it is ground panel. The colors are very vibrant. It's a beautiful marble in any case. It's lot number 52. Lot 53 is a 11/16 of an inch solid core swirl with outer colorful lines, yellow, blue, red. It's a fat white solid core. There are some lines missing on the exterior, as you can see. Beautiful wet surface. Lot number 53. Lot number 54 is a clear banded transparent with two outer white lines and one interior blue line. There are several bubbles in this marble, as you can see. Excellent condition, nice wet surface, rough panels. Lot number 54. Lot number 55 is a fantastic example of a solid core swirl. Excellent workmanship, real good twist, tight lines, beautiful wet surface, ground panel. It's a very excellent example of a solid core swirl. Lot number 56 is a red Latticino swirl with blood red Latticino lines. An excellent example of a red Latticino swirl. This marble has been buffed, however. It does retain its original panel surfaces. Excellent clarity. Beautiful example. Lot number 56. 57 is a orange Latticino swirl. Beautiful wet surface. Completely original surface glass. Rough panel. Good color in this marble. It's lot number 57. Lot 58 is a banded transparent swirl with vibrant bright color bands, clear matrix, nice wet surface, excellent clarity. It's lot number 58. Lot number 59 is an unusual solid core swirl with red and purple outer lines and a yellow and white solid core. Excellent clarity, nice pontils. It's lot number 59. Lot number 60 is a beautiful three-stage swirl. It has a red solid core wrapped in white Latticino lines with outer lines of blue, yellow, orange, green. Nice wet surface. It does have a few minor dings, but no chips, no major chips. A beautiful marble and very unusual. It's lot number 60. Lot 61 is an unusual swirl. It resembles a mist marble in some ways. It has wispy lines of green and amber and one blue wisp. Nice wet surface, very unusual. That's lot number 61. Lot number 62 is a banded transparent swirl in a hard to find color of yellow, bands on clear. Good condition. Excellent workmanship. It's lot number 62. Lot number 63 is a fantastic 1 3/8 inch ribbon core swirl. It has been buffed slightly, but it still retains its original pontil surfaces. Nicely twisted. It's a beautiful example of a ribbon core swirl. Excellent color. Good clarity. A beautiful marble. It's lot number 63. Number 64 is a beautiful example of a latticino swirl, 1 7/16 of an inch in diameter. Excellent twisting and excellent workmanship on this marble. Beautiful wet surface, completely original surface. It's a beautiful example of a latticino swirl. Lot number 65 is a rare and exciting marble. It's a 1 3/16 inch Joseph's coat swirl. Very rarely do you see a Joseph's coat swirl in this large size. This example has very bright and beautiful banding. Nice surface, completely original surface. It does have a few minor dings, but overall in excellent condition. Still retains its wet appearance. Bright, vibrant colors on this marble. It's lot number 65. Lot number 66 is a fantastic example of a peppermint ribbon swirl. This marble is 11/16 of an inch in diameter, in super wet mint condition, completely original surface glass, nice pontils, a good twist, just a beautiful example of a very hard to find marble, peppermint ribbon. That's lot number 66. Lot number 67 is a peppermint with 3 lines on each side. Has one open panel there, as you can see. Some minor wear to the surface, but nothing major. Good color. That's lot number 67. Lot number 68 is a nice example of the hard to find one red line peppermint. Excellent condition, clear surface, good wide bands. An excellent example of a hard to find peppermint. Lot number 69 is an excellent example of a peppermint with 3 red lines each side. Super workmanship on this marble, nice wide blue bands, some minor wear to the surface but nothing major. A very solid example of a peppermint swirl. It's lot number 69. Lot number 70 is a fantastic example of a 1 red line peppermint. It has good size, it's 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Excellent workmanship on this marble. Nice evenly spaced lines. Good bright colors. Has a nice casing of clear glass and beautiful condition. It's lot number 70. Lot number 71, another peppermint swirl, 3 red lines each side. Good workmanship, bright colors. A piece of black debris on one side. as made. Lot number 71. Lot number 72 is a very rare and hard to find marble, a peppermint with mica. This one is 9/16 of an inch in diameter. Nice wide blue bands that contain the mica, 2 red lines each side, completely original surface glass, nice pontils, some minor surface wear to the exterior. Still a beautiful example of a very hard to find marble. That's lot number 72. Lot number 73 is a very large sulfide, 2 1/8 inch in diameter. A little girl reading a book. It's well centered. Original surface, ground pontil. The figure could be better detailed. However, there are no large bubbles obscuring the figure. That's lot number 73. Lot number 74, another large sulfide, 2 1/8 inch in diameter. This one is a standing bird, possibly a baby eagle. Original surface, ground pontil. Figure is well centered. There is some surface wear and a few small dings, but nothing major. That's lot number 74. Lot number 75 is a 1 7/8 inch sulfide, a extremely rare figure, a papoose. Excellent detail on the figure. Unfortunately, there's a bubble obscuring the face and body of the infant. The marble is completely original surface, ground pontil, excellent condition, just has a few minor scratches on the surface. That's lot number 75. 76 is a 1 15/16 inch sulfide of a totem pole style bird. This marble has been polished and still retains some damage on the surface at one point right there, and has a noticeable fracture around the figure. The figure appears to have one eye in the center of the head and 2 beaks, one on each side. Very unusual. Very interesting figure. It's lot number 76. Number 77 is a 1 3/4 inch sulfide. Fantastic figure of a rooster. Great styling on the figure. This marble has been polished, and it also has a small fracture near the head, as you can see. An outstanding figure, however, very large figure. And that's lot number 77. For 78 is a 1 1/2 inch sheep, super wet surface, completely original surface. Good silvering on the figure. There is a bubble on one side of the figure, as you can see. That's lot number 78. Lot number 79 is a 1 3/8 inch sulfide horse. Good wet surface. Small bubbles on each side of the horse. It's lot number 79. Lot number 80 is a 1 5/16 inch sulfide with an 8-man. This is an excellent example of this figure. Completely original surface glass, wet surface. The figure is very large and centered in the marble. It's lot number 80. Lot number 81 is a 1 3/8 inch bare sulfide. Great wavy glass on the exterior. Figure is well centered. There is a small bubble on one side of the figure. That's lot number 81. Lot number 82 is a 1 5/16 inch sulfide. A seated dog, possibly a husky. Good detail on the figure. Nice wet surface on this marble. Completely original surface. Good pontil. Figure is well centered. That's lot number 82. Lot number 83 is a 1 3/8 inch goat. Original surface on this sulfide. Ground pontil. There is a bubble on one side of the figure. It displays well on the other. Good silvered appearance to the figure. Good centering. It's lot number 83. Lot number 84 is a running rabbit sulfide. This marble has been polished. The figure is very well silvered, has excellent detail, and no bubbles obscure the figure. And that's lot number 84. Lot number 85 is a 1 9/16 inch sulfide of a little girl seated holding a baby doll. Excellent detail on this figure. You can see the dress and the bow on her head. See the facial features. Good centering on this marble. The marble has been polished. Still a beautiful example. And this is the back. You can see the bow on the little girl's head. Lot number 86 is a Joe St. Clair Cupid doll. Whoa! Excellent condition. Here you can see his initials etched at the base of the figure on the glass. And now a word from our sponsors.
Craig Gamache of Ontario, Canada is an advanced collector specializing in china marbles. He's seeking odd and unusual chinas to add to his collection. He's interested in any flowered chinas, unusual pinwheels, leaf or palmate designs, bird tracks, bullseyes with a filled-in appearance, and unusual patterned geometrics. Craig prefers strong coloration, however, all chinas are of interest to him. Any chinas for sale? Call or write Craig Gamache. George Barclay is a collector from Macon, Georgia, who specializes in marble bags. He's interested in early, original cloth and leather marble bags, such as this one we see here, with a snap that was for wearing on a belt loop. Many early bags have interesting details, such as these small brass balls on the string ends. Here's an early cloth bag, probably homemade, probably a little girl's bag. It's got some nice character to it. Here's a heavy-duty leather bag. And here's an early advertising bag, compliments of Anderson Banking Company. If you have any marble bags for sale, you can reach George Barclay at 230 Castlegate Road, Macon, Georgia. The zip code is 31210. Or give him a call at area code 912-471-0677.
Lot number 87 is a large brown slag, 1 3/16 of an inch in diameter. Very interesting markings on this slag. Good bright colors. Minor surface wear. Still a good example of a large amber slag. That's lot number 87. Lot number 88 is a large blue slag, 1 3/16 of an inch in diameter. You very rarely see large slags in this color blue. Has minor surface wear. Very intense blue coloring. It's lot number 88. Lot number 89 is a 1-inch green slag, brilliant emerald green color with white swirls. This marble has some minor surface wear also. Good markings. And that's lot number 89. Lot number 90 is a 1-inch honey amber slag. Beautiful markings on this marble. Thousands of little bubbles in the matrix glass. And nice three-dimensional swirls inside the marble. A beautiful example of a honey amber slag. That's lot number 90. Lot number 91 is a 7/8 inch green slag. Beautiful emerald green color with white swirls, almost in a corkscrew pattern, especially at one end. Excellent condition, nice wet appearance. It's lot number 91. Lot number 92 is a large 1-inch corkscrew in beautiful imitation agate colors. Good clear surface, brilliant colors, in a hard to find large 1-inch size. It's lot number 92. Lot number 93 is a very rare machine-made marble. It's rare because of its size. It is 1 1/4 inch in diameter. Beautiful yellow color with a patch of opaque yellow on translucent yellow. The marble has some minor surface wear and some probably as-made interior hairlines. Still a good solid marble. Very interesting and extremely rare in this size. And the marble does fluoresce intensely under black light. Lot number 94 is a beautiful 1-inch egg yolk corkscrew. Very nice markings on this marble. Excellent surface condition. Very rare in this 1-inch size. That's lot number 94. And this marble also fluoresces under black light. Number 95 is a beautiful 1-inch translucent white and blue corkscrew. Nice markings on this marble, intense color. That's lot number 95. Lot number 96 is a 1-inch multicolored machine made. Interesting markings on this marble. Minor surface wear. It has a real three-dimensional effect looking into the open clear panel. That's lot number 96. Number 97 is a multicolored machine made. White, green, and what almost looks like a brick red coloring throughout the marble. Excellent condition, nice wet surface. It's lot number 97. Number 98 is a patch oxblood with a very unusual pattern. Looks like a smiley face. Coloring on the other side. Good wet surface. It's lot number 98. Lot number 99 is a oxblood machine made. Blue and white with thin stripes of oxblood. Very beautiful markings. Excellent condition. That's lot number 99. Lot number 100 is a machine-made oxblood, yellow and white, with one strip of oxblood on one side. Very unusual pattern oxblood. That's lot number 100. Lot 101 is a very beautiful silver oxblood with a nice large amount of oxblood swirling throughout the marble in a random type pattern, shadowed by a opaque white in the translucent base. That's lot number 101. 102 is a 11/16 inch oxblood corkscrew, blue and white, with a very dark oxblood line running through it. Beautiful wet surface. It's lot number 102. Lot 103 is a limeade machine made with a thin strip of oxblood on one side. Interesting marble. It's lot number 103. Lot number 104 is a blue and white corkscrew oxblood with a very dark oxblood band. Excellent markings. Good surface. Wet appearance. It's lot number 104. 5 is a lemonade oxblood. Good dense oxblood swirling through the marble. Good patterns. That's lot number 105, lemonade oxblood. 106 is a corkscrew, deep burnt red color and white swirling through the matrix. Good twist. Slot number 106. 107 is a corkscrew, a tricolor corkscrew, very unusual color combination, black, white, and red. Very rare corkscrew. Slot number 107. Lot number 108 is a very unusual color combination. It's a purple matrix with yellow swirl on the outside. Very interesting corkscrew. Beautiful condition. That's lot number 108. 109 is a corkscrew with fantastic markings, red, yellow, and orange. Good twist. Super condition. A fantastic corkscrew. Lot number 109. Lot 110, a very subtle color corkscrew, lavender, white, and green. Very unusual. Lot number 111, a very bright corkscrew. Interesting markings. Super bright colors. Lot number 112, a corkscrew in orange and tan. Good twist. Bright orange color. It's lot number 112. Lot number 113, a corkscrew. Dark red on a translucent white base. Here you can see the translucent base. Very unusual corkscrew. Lot number 114, a corkscrew with very subtle coloring, lavender, tan, and green. Intricate markings. Slot number 114. Number 115 is a three-color corkscrew. Vibrant, bright coloring on this marble. Excellent workmanship. Super wet surface. A fantastic example of a tricolor corkscrew. That's lot number 115. 116 is a corkscrew in a transparent amber matrix with white swirling throughout and to the surface to create a very nice effect. That's lot number 116. 117 is a bright, colorful corkscrew, intense blue and orange, and a nice twist. Excellent example. Beautiful marble. It's lot number 117. Number 118, an unusual corkscrew, green with a translucent orange swirling through it. Very unusual. Lot number 118. 119, a very bright, vibrant colored corkscrew, blood red and yellow with intricate markings in the yellow. A super marble. 120, a pretty corkscrew in blue and burnt orange. Lot number 120. Number 121, a 11/16 inch brick. Good markings. Super wet surface. Great example. Slot number 121. Number 122, a 11/16 inch brick. Beautiful swirling patterns in this brick. Good definition of colors. Slot number 122. Number 123, a very rare type of brick with great markings. It's rare because it contains green in the color pattern. Also has a very nice tail. You can see the green patch right there in front. Very unusual and very rare. That's lot number 123. Lot number 124 is a fantastic large brick. It's 29/32 of an inch in diameter. Super intricate tails run around this marble, as you can see. Great markings. This marble does have some minor surface wear, but the markings are so distinct that it makes it just a super marble. It's lot number 124. Number 125 is another absolutely fantastic brick, 29/32 of an inch in diameter. This marble also has green coloring running through the marble. Very unusual and very rare. Super wet surface. Great markings. An outstanding example of a brick in a nice large size. It's lot number 125. Lot number 126 is a green and black flame with very intricate markings. It does fluoresce under black light. Number 127 is an orange and white flame. Beautiful coloring on this marble. Lot number 128 is a green and orange machine made with flame-like designs. Intense color and good pattern. $129 is a machine made adventurine. This marble has excellent fire. Really sparkles in the sunshine, as you can see here. It's a beautiful example of an adventurine. Lot 130, another adventurine. This pattern is a more dense type and dark color adventurine, but it still has very excellent fire. Lot number 131 is a machine made with an unusual clear amber patch that gives it a three-dimensional quality. It has one little black stripe running above that amber patch. Very unusual. 132 is a metallic swirl. Dark blue and light blue with a metallic colored glass running through it. $133 is a 13/16 inch two-color corkscrew. Intense color. $134 is an interesting corkscrew variant in dark red glass with a white and orange stripe. Very unusual. 135 is a corkscrew, beautiful blue, yellow, and tan markings. Wet mint surface. It does have an as-made discoloration there in the glass. It's lot number 135. 136 is a three-color corkscrew. $137 is a red machine made with what almost looks like some type of pinch panel or some type of marking there at one end. And then opposite there's a very distinct marking, a comma type design. Very beautiful marble. 138 is an orange and green corkscrew. Good twist. Beautiful colors. 139 is a three-color corkscrew. 140 is an unusual corkscrew in a translucent milky base. Lot 140 backlit. 141 is a three-color corkscrew with intense and very defined markings. A super example. 142 is a very unusual corkscrew in a white translucent base with green and yellow line running through it. Very beautiful marble. 3 is a corkscrew, beautiful orange with a blue line, intense color. 144 is a fantastic machine made, yellow and white, swirling through a blue matrix. 144 backlit. 145 is a red and yellow corkscrew. Unbelievable color and markings in this marble. A great example. 146 is a corkscrew in transparent cherry red matrix. 147 is orange on translucent white. Very unusual corkscrew. 148, a three-color corkscrew on baby blue. Good definition of color. 149, a corkscrew with translucent coloring. Super example. 150 is a beautiful and rare red, white, and blue corkscrew. Nice twist, excellent workmanship. 151, corkscrew, cherry red matrix with white swirling through it. Very nice twist. Backlit. 152, corkscrew, also in cherry red, with an interesting extra fin running along one line. Unusual pattern. 153, a very unusual and hard to find color pattern, black and tan on white. Excellent workmanship. 154, a lemonade corkscrew, great markings. 155, a multicolored machine made with superb intense color. Baby blue with red. 156, a translucent corkscrew, super workmanship, good twist. 157, a multicolor machine made with great intricate markings. 158, a machine-made multicolor swirl. Unusual yellow and red color. It's almost a brick red, but it's not brick. 159, a multicolor machine made with fantastic markings. Blood red and tan on white. Almost has a three-dimensional character to the markings, even though they're only two-dimensional. 160 is a 13/16 inch multicolor machine made with nice markings, almost flame-like in pattern. 161, a multicolor machine made, unusual colors, tan and amber and a dark blue on tan. 162 is a comic, Emma, with a superior dark image. Great example. Some discoloration to the surface. Lot number 163 is an advertising tray made of tin. And around the perimeter of the tray, it pictures children in various activities, and one of the activities is shooting marbles. Lot number 164 is a 1 3/16 inch king rose china with buds. This is by far the best king rose china example we've seen in a large size, 1 3/16 of an inch. Superb workmanship on this marble. Many leaves and excellent intricate detail from the stem to the rose itself and the leaves all the way up to the buds. A fantastic example of a king rose china. Some minor wear to the surface, but the glaze is still bright and intact. These three areas of wear here are actually probably as made where the marble sat as it was being fired. This is a very rare and important china marble. An excellent example of a king rose china. That's lot number 164. 165 is a 15/16 inch banded china. Good detail. Some wear, but colors are still bright. 166 is a lot of 3 chinas, 2 bullseyes and 1 lined china. These are glazed. They do have some wear and some slight fading. Lots 167 through 169 all came from the same source. Lot 167 consists of 2 unglazed chinas, a hair over 1 inch in diameter, this one with a nice leaf spray. The second marble in this group of 2 is a geometric, same size, good bright colors. Lot 168 is a group of 4 1-inch chinas from that same source. The first 2 are geometrics, 1 blue and orange, 1 green and purple. The second 2 in that group of 4 is a leaf spray and also a bird track. Both have spirals. Lot 169 consists of 5 loose single chinas 1 inch in diameter, plus 32 other chinas from this same source in their original container, which we'll see in a minute. The first two of the 5 loose chinas in this lot are a bird track china with purple bird tracks and 2 green spirals, and on the other bird track china the colors are reversed. The remaining 3 marbles that are loose in this lot number are geometrics. All of these chinas in lots 167 through 169 are made of a chalky type porcelain or clay and are unglazed. This is the original container which all these chinas have come from. It's a very heavy canvas strip in which the china marbles have been sewn, as you can see here, and there's 16 marbles in a row, and the canvas bag is sewn at each end to contain the 16 marbles, and then sewn down the center between each marble. There are 2 rows that are full of marbles, and this outer row has been cut, and all the marbles are missing in the 3rd row. These unusual canvas strips of china marbles came from an old feed store where they were given away as premiums on purchases. Apparently, they would cut off strips of chinas depending on how much merchandise was purchased. Very unusual. Lot number 170 is a master-made marbles box number 13. Very colorful. It's very interesting. It's popsicle fudgesicle gift package. Probably a free giveaway. Lot 171 is a box of rainbow marbles by Peltier, box number 106. The box contains a very colorful assortment of marbles. Lot number 172 is Acro Agates box number 32. A beautiful box. Lot number 173 is an Acro Agates box number 16. Lot number 174 is a box of National Toy Onyx marbles, box number 50, containing 25 Prima agates. These marbles appear black, but they're actually a very pretty amethyst. Lot number 175 is a master-made marbles box, made to be a display box. The box is marked opal, and it has directions for how to display the marbles as a counter display. Lot number 176 is an identical box except for the fact that it's marked Cleary's on the top here instead of opal, and it does have some Christmas stamps that were put on at one time, and it contains a group of cleary marbles covered by a plastic sleeve. Lot number 177 is a group of swirls. There are 56 swirls between 11/16 of an inch and 1 1/16. Lot number 178 is a goldstone, 7/8 of an inch in diameter, with a very unusual and distinctive bullseye on one side of the goldstone. This marble is of unknown age and origin, still very unusual. It's lot number 178. Lot 179 is a 1 3/16 inch agate. Excellent facets on this marble. Great pattern, bright colors, an excellent example of a large agate marble. It's lot number 179. This is the same marble in close-up. Lot number 180 is a great example of a fancy Bennington in a large size, 1 3/8 inch in diameter. Great intricate markings on this marble, good color. .181 is a 1 1/4 inch blue Bennington with bright blue glaze. Nice example. 182 is a group of Pee-wee Benningtons, 3 blue Benningtons and 3 brown Benningtons, all 1/2 inch or less in diameter. 183 is a group of 2 unusual Benningtons, a amber and blue spot on white, and a green and tan example, very unusual. Lot 184 is a 1 5/8 inch 3-stage swirl. Excellent workmanship on this marble. Only very minor surface wear, no chips or nicks at all. Great condition. A bright and beautiful 3-stage swirl. Intense color. It's lot number 184. It comes with its own leather carrying pouch also. Lot number 185 is a monstrous 2 7/16 inch onion skin. Intricate and very detailed markings. Beautiful workmanship. All the spots are evenly spaced, and all of them are just small spots except near the panels where they stretch out into lines. A superb example of a very large onion skin. This marble has had some slight buffing, but it retains its original pontil surfaces. A super example. Lot number 186 is a 4-lobed onion skin with mica. Good workmanship on this marble also. The lobes are evenly spaced and all the same size, and they are deep lobes, and there is mica scattered throughout the marble. This marble has been buffed. very well made. Presents very well. .187 is a 1 3/8 inch onion skin, yellow base with orange spots, completely original surface glass, ground panel, minor surface wear but nice bright color. A good example of a large onion skin. 188 is a 1 11/16 inch onion skin, 4 panels, good color, good workmanship, and good detailing. Ground panel, completely original surface glass. Slot number 188. 189 is a 1 13/16 inch onion skin with 3 floating panels of mica. This is a very rare type of marble. It's a 4 paneled onion skin with 3 floating panels of mica. Very unusual construction. This marble has been polished and is slightly out of round, but a very rare marble. Nice large flakes of mica floating above the surface. This marble would be an excellent addition to any collection. Lot number 190 is an extremely rare type of marble. It's a clam broth with red lines on a black base. Extremely rare color combination clam broth. This marble's in nice condition, good twist and good workmanship, evenly spaced lines. Only very minor surface wear to this marble. A super example of a very rare clam broth. Lot 191 is possibly off the same cane as lot number 190. They're both the same size and both have 7 red bands. This marble has a slightly glossier finish than 190. A fantastic marble. .192 is a blue line clam broth on white. This marble must be near the end of the cane. As you can see, the blue lines run into dots at one pontal. This marble is misshapen also. It's got a good sized dimple right there. Makes it interesting. That's lot number 192. 93 is a white clam broth with green lines. Nice evenly spaced lines. Good surface condition. A nice example of a clam broth. It's lot 193. Lot 194 is a white clam broth with pink lines. Lines are evenly spaced. Good workmanship. Good twist. This marble does have slight surface wear, but no major chips or bruises. Good solid clam. 195 is a white clam broth with blue lines. Excellent workmanship. Good twist. Evenly spaced lines. Minor surface wear. A few small nicks. Nothing deep. Slot 195. 196 is a beautiful small clam broth with alternating green and pink lines. These lines are very wide and soft. They don't have hard edges. Very interesting and unusual appearance. Some minor surface wear, and one small nick near one panel. Slot 196. 197 is a black clam broth with white lines. Minor surface wear, few small nicks. Lines are fairly evenly spaced. Lot number 197. Lot number 198 is a 13/16 inch clam broth, a very rare color pattern. It is a 4-color clam broth, pink, blue, yellow, and green lines. Extremely rare color combination. Minor surface wear. It does have a couple lines missing, but very rare clam broth. Good big size, 13/16 inch. Lot number 199 is a very unusual clam broth, 7/8 of an inch in diameter, red or pink lines on white. These lines are very diffused and have a melted appearance. Very unusual. A few lines missing on this clam broth. It's a good large size, 7/8 of an inch. Only very minor surface wear. Very unusual example. Lot number 200 is a beautiful 1-inch green mica with nice large flakes of mica dispersed evenly throughout the marble. Great condition, ground panel. This marble has an unusual column of bubbles underneath the mica. Lot number 201 is a very rare yellow mica. This is not a honey amber, but it's a true yellow mica. Super condition. Great example. Large flecks of mica and a lot of it. Lot number 202 is a clear mica. Super wet condition. Excellent amount of mica. Lot number 202. Lot 203 is a blue mica. Nice wet surface. One as-made flat spot at the panel. Backlit. Lot number 204 is an amber mica with super large flecks of mica. Backlit, the matrix appears red, yet the mica still appears amber. Very unusual. Lot number 205, a mica in Coke bottle green glass. Some tiny air bubbles forming a column in the center. Lot number 206 is an absolutely fantastic 7/8 inch Indian with blue and white on one side and pink and white on the other. Great color and excellent workmanship. A glossy finish. Just an excellent example of a large Indian swirl. A beautiful marble. It's lot number 206. Lot number 207 is an Indian with super bright colors of pink, yellow, and orange, and blue. Great color on this marble. A large part of the surface is covered with color. Good wet surface. Lot number 207. Lot number 208, an Indian swirl with 2 bands, one on each side. Good wet surface with a few minor nicks. Still very bright color. One dimple, you can see there. Great color. 209 is an Indian with green and yellow banding. Unusual surface on this Indian. Very painted type appearance. As made roughness on the surface. Very unusual. Lot number 210 is an Indian swirl. This one may be considered a 360, however the color is fairly weak in 2 panels. Has a rough as-made appearance. It's lot number 210. Lot number 211, an Indian swirl with bright, vibrant colors, orange and red, blue and green. Much of this surface is covered with color. A great example. Lot number 212, a 3/4 inch Indian swirl with unusual coloring, white and green on one side and pastel pink added on the other and a little blue. A good size Indian. Some as-made roughness in the bands and some slight surface wear. 213, an Indian swirl with bright orange and yellow banding. Few minor nicks here and there. Lot number 214 appears to be an Indian swirl. However, it is actually white bands on a brilliant amethyst base. Lot number 215 is a fantastic Indian swirl, 7/8 of an inch in diameter, with extremely bright bands of color, pink and white. Super wet mint surface. Super bright color, and a large amount of the surface covered with banding. A great example of an Indian swirl. 216 is a 15/16 inch Indian swirl with bright multicolored bands. A large portion of this surface is covered with banding. Some minor surface wear and a small nick near that panel. Good large size, 15/16 of an inch. Lot number 217 is a fantastic onion skin Lutz in super wet condition. Great sparkle. Lutz covering a lot of the surface. Unusual green color with blue, pink, white bands. Just a fantastic example of a Lutz. Lot number 218, another onion skin Lutz with good amount of Lutz and color. One minor nick, you can see right there. Otherwise, excellent original surface. Lot number 218. Lot number 219, an onion skin Lutz, yellow and Lutz. Good fire. Original surface. Lot number 220, a white onion skin Lutz, completely original surface. Lot number 221 is a very beautiful and rare Lutz. It's a translucent green glass with yellow bands and 2 Lutz bands. Extremely well made and evenly spaced lines. A beautiful marble. Lot number 222 is a nice example of a coreless Lutz. Good size, 7/8 of an inch in diameter. Good surface condition. Completely original surface. Lot number 222. Lot number 223, an unusual coreless Lutz with olive green lines and wide Lutz bands. Completely original surface. Lot number 224 is a fabulous Lutz marble, 7/8 of an inch, cobalt blue glass. Super workmanship, great condition, completely original surface, evenly spaced lines. Marble does have one little nick right there near one Lutz band. Super marble, 7/8 of an inch, good large size, in rare cobalt blue glass. Backlit. Lot number 225, a beautiful Lutz in translucent white base with very wide Lutz band on that one side, deep blue lines. Great condition. Completely original surface. Lot number 226, a multicolor onion skin Lutz. Completely original surface. Minor wear. .227 is a ribbon Lutz in amethyst glass. Very rare type of ribbon Lutz in this color. Good wide Lutz bands. Minor surface wear. No major chips. Lot number 228, a very beautiful ribbon Lutz in unusual baby blue and lime green. The lime green is a very rarely seen color. It's almost a yellow, but it has a green tint to it. Good workmanship and good twist. Completely original surface. It's lot number 228. Lot number 229, an onion skin Lutz with a good amount of Lutz covering the surface. This marble has been buffed. It does retain its original pontil surfaces. Superb color in this marble. Lot number 230, a green onion skin Lutz with one pink band. .231 is a green glass Lutz, good wet surface, good fire. Lot number 232 is an outstanding onion skin Lutz, multicolor, with a great amount of Lutz and super fire. Original surface, good panels, many colors in this Lutz. Has one small bruise near one panel, right there, but you can hardly see it. An outstanding example of an onion skin Lutz. Lot 233, another onion skin Lutz, super color, nice pink band, excellent amount of Lutz, wet surface, .234, an onion skin Lutz, great wet surface, excellent color, a great example. Lot number 235, an opaque Lutz with blue bands, excellent twist, super wet surface, a couple minor dings and one stain near one panel. Superb workmanship. As you can see, the blue lines are actually made up of small blue lines. You can see 3 lines in that blue stripe. A great marble. It's lot number 235. Lot number 236 is an absolutely outstanding onion skin Lutz with a great amount of pink and super fire. Great wet surface. An absolutely outstanding marble. Lot number 237 is a very rare Lutz marble, a Joseph Swirl Lutz. This would be an excellent marble without the Lutz, and the Lutz really makes it outstanding. That's lot number 237. Lot 238, another very rare type of Lutz, an Indian Lutz, with 2 bands of color opposing each other. Wet surface, completely original surface. A lot of fire in the Lutz, especially against the black. It's lot number 238, Indian Lutz. Lot number 239 is the first of a group of 4 2-panel transitional slags, 7/8 of an inch in diameter. Great color on these marbles. A few minor bruises. Super pattern. Lot number 240, the second marble out of the group. This one is 15/16 of an inch. Lot 241. A few minor nicks. Lot number 242. All 4 of these marbles have super intense color. Lot number 243, a 1 1/4 inch single panel transitional slag. Excellent pattern and markings. Good large size. Lot number 244, a green single panel transitional slag. The panel mark you can see there. Good pattern at the end opposite the panel. Excellent swirl. Lot 245, a 7/8 inch single panel transitional slag with a large amount of opaque white. There's one as-made surfaced air bubble there. It's lot number 245. Lot number 246, a very interesting single panel transitional slag in blue glass with white banding and a little yellow thrown in. Unusual type of single panel transitional. This is lot number 247. Notice the balloon shaped bubble in the center. Now let Gretchen describe it.
We got this marble in a lot of marbles that we bought from a man who had dug them up on Beale Street in Memphis when they rejuvenated Beale Street. The marble was had been buried for years and years and years and had a million moons on it and was totally opalescent, and we thought it was neat just because of the opalescence. And we've had it since we started collecting, basically. And we looked at it just a couple of months ago. We had it wet and soapy, and you could see through it, and we could see that something interesting was going on, so we decided to have it polished. Although it's polished and it's still got some damage showing, we think it's very unusual.
That's lot number 247. Lot number 248, a submarine Indian in aqua glass. Very rare color base glass for submarine Indian. This marble has been significantly polished and still retains remnants of moons. However, the color is still very bright and an extremely rare color submarine Indian. It's lot number 248. Lot number 249 is an outstanding example of a submarine Indian. Good large size, 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Fantastic condition. Great color. This one is in cobalt blue matrix with a good amount of yellow. on one panel. Very rare type of marble, and very rare to find it in this size and condition. Lot number 249. Lot number 250 is a truly rare and exotic marble, 7/8 of an inch in diameter. It has two panels of onion skin opposing each other, floating in the clear matrix. Also has one little piece of mica near one panel there, you can see. Excellent wet surface, completely original. Ground panel. A really bizarre marble in super condition. That's lot number 250. That concludes our examination of the 250 lots. If you have any questions about any of the marbles, please give us a call at Running Rabbit between the hours of 6 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And thanks again for participating in our video marble auction.